Yo, it's Boštjan from BossLifehacks.com, and I'm again in Sofia, Bulgaria, bringing you another new video. And today the topic is gonna be sadness, okay? More importantly, that it's okay to be sad. And I can start with Sofia as well, because I'm only here for 2 more days and then I'm moving on. I've been living here for like 3 months, which for me is quite a lot, right? Like usually I traveled even like faster, like even every week a different country or things like that. So being in one place for a long period of time is really nice for me, right? And now that this is kind of slowly ending, I'm becoming a bit sad, right? So it was a bit, difficult to sleep and things like this, and like it's just that these thoughts about like goodbye, saying bye to like the familiar places, the familiar people that I got to know here, it's a little bit sad, right? So I want to talk about this because in our culture, like this is, it's not mentioned at all, right? It's like just happy, positive emotions all the way, right? And you're missing out a lot if you don't allow yourself to feel the full scope of human emotions. So the first point being, sadness is one of the most basic human emotions, and it's here for a reason, right? So we should not neglect it. Like actually it's better to kind of accept it. And connected to that is like the sadness is just the other way of happiness, or it's like the other side of the coin, right? It's like, if you're sad, it meant that like you were like really happy before that, right? And vice versa, right? So if you kind of rob yourself from feeling sad, you will rob yourself from feeling happy as well. A good starting point is to check up if that really is sadness, right? Is it anger? Is it guilt? Is it apathy? Is it depression? Like there's a lot of different emotions, right? So you need to check if that really is sadness. For example, apathy, when you don't feel like doing shit, like everything is boring, there's no energy. I don't think that's a very good emotion or helpful, right? You've got depression, which is like long periods of sadness, and very high, very like strong sadness as well. Again, I don't think that's a very helpful emotion. However, sadness can actually be really helpful. Anger is a little different, it can be helpful in some sort of ways, but you kind of need to control it, or like use the incredible energy it gives you in the right ways, of course. Sadness can be very helpful. Why? We come to the next point, which is sadness is a very good indicator of like change, like transiency. So sadness really is just the other side of the coin, okay? It's never just like alone and untouchable by the rest of the emotions, right? It's usually followed by a period of like happiness, or like a really nice, a really good period is usually followed by sadness, right? Maybe sometimes we lose somebody dies, maybe, like we split with a partner, maybe you leave your country, or some like usually important periods in your life, like when they end, you usually feel sadness. It's not there anymore, right? It's just the other side of the coin. That's why, like the Buddhist philosophy or Stoicism are teaching you, leave your passion, like, don't invite passion in your life, because the other side of that is pain, is sadness, basically, right? Like the happier, the more excited you get, the sadder you get. That's why people who, abuse drugs a lot to get these incredible highs, like, the day after, like you're in a fucking low, So it's just the other side of the coin. And if we realize that happiness can actually be a tool, a tool that's telling you, okay, now I am in times of change, now something is changing. It's like sadness helps you to really appreciate the thing that was, the thing that happened, and then kind of helps you to understand that, okay, it's a time to change, so you can kind of progress and find something else that fulfills you as well. Next off, don't try to make it go away. Don't try to make sadness go away or cover it as if it didn't happen. That won't really help you, right? The common knowledge is what resists, persists, right? Like fear, like all of the emotions, basically. As soon as you try to like push it away, it will just stay there for longer. How do we do this? Maybe we work really hard, hustle. Maybe we use drugs, alcohol, things like that. Maybe, we try to escape by moving, by jumping into a new relationship right away. Like there's all different sorts. Like we were really smart people, we find different ways, right? But by you masking that, you don't give it a chance to actually show the significance, like you can't really close that chapter and move on, right? So sadness again is very beneficial, you just need to listen to it, right? And then especially this is important if you're a guy, right? Like in our society it's like, yeah, guys don't cry, guys are not sad, like you can be angry, like but you can be sad, right? It's like it's a sign of weakness or something, right? And I really hate that because, like, again, it's a basic human emotion. We all feel it for a reason. It's there for a reason. So a lot of people are actually not even in touch, like they don't even register that they're sad, like, you know, like it's like it doesn't even come, like in general, you know, we don't recognize our emotions really well, which is even worse with sadness because it's kind of negative in the society and like you're not supposed to feel it, and people just try to like cheer you up like super fast. Oh, it's okay, like just be happy. Like no, like it's fine, like it's there for a reason. It will help you, you know, make the change better. It will help you really, you know, feel the significance of the past thing, right? Like it is there for a reason. Okay, let's make a short recap of this video. Sadness is one of the basic human emotions and it's there for a reason, okay? We will feel it from time to time, so there is no reason to like disregard it, right? The first thing that you can do is you can kind of test if this really is sadness or it's kind of a part of a different emotion, or maybe it's a mix of emotion, okay? Are you actually angry or are you sad? Those two are very connected, you know? If you find yourself angry, you can ask, is it actually sadness? Is it apathy? Is it depression? Like there's different sorts of things, so just make sure that, you know, you kind of realize it is sadness. Once you do that, realize that, you know, it's just a part, you know, it's like fucking water. Okay, once you realize it's sadness, just, you know, realize that it's part of the same coin, you know, happiness, sadness, happiness, sadness. It's the same. So if you feel happy, you're inevitably gonna feel sad and vice versa, right? So as soon as you realize that, it's a little bit easier for you to cope with it. Then also realize that it's helpful because it's making sure that you kind of show significance to the past events, and it's actually helping you become more transient to kind of change to the next period, the next significant period in your life, in whichever area you're getting into, right? And then especially if you're a guy, it's important that you kind of like realize or allow yourself to be sad, you know, it's not just about anger, so it's very important, right? So as always, let me know what you think about this video. This was the last one from Sofia in a while. Drop some comments, what makes you sad, what makes you angry, how do you cope with it, do you have special strategies? And of course, as always, I will respond to all the comments. Drop it down there and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.